Victoria Beckham came out with a new eyeshadow palette. It's the Eye Wardrobe Multi-Finish palette, and it's in the shade Cocoa. And when I saw this color story, you know, I had to pick it up right away. The Eye Wardrobe Cocoa is their defining shade. These 4 shades emphasizes the eyes with the decadent ease of a rich brown. So let me show you the eye palette Cocoa. You can see it's got some warm browns, terracotta, bronze shades, and really light shade. Let me show you the back of it. It doesn't really have names of the shades, it just has numbers. And it also tells you the weight and where it's made. There are 2 ways to get this eyeshadow palette. You can get it with the compact, which I do have one of them, and it costs $75, or you can get the refill by itself, and this one costs $50, and that's what I did. Since I already have a compact, I didn't think I needed another one, and they are pretty heavy, and you can interchange them. And when you do get it in the refill, let me put it back together here, it does come in a plastic container, which is really nice to travel, and we do love to travel, and I'd like to, you know, take it like this. It's not that much weight, and it is kind of protected. Then if I really wanted it protected, I could just insert it into this compact. And let me show you the compact. When you open it up, there is a mirror, and let's see, there is a notch right there. Get a pair of tweezers and just pop that out and then put that one in. It is magnetized. But in this video, I'll go ahead and keep it out. And the one I have in the compact is Victoria, and the other 2 that I have is Olive and Bordeaux. And we'll do some comparisons at the end of this video, but let's go ahead and swatch Cocoa. Let's start with the big square first. This one, it does look like a matte, but let's see if I bring it up closer. Can you see that there is some sparkle there? I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but let's see if I swatch it, if you can see it there. And you can see that the formula is just very buttery, and it does have a little bit of a shine there. It's not a true metallic, but it does have some shine. And this one is kind of like a browny beige. Now let's go into brown shade here, and this one's a little bit more on the terracotta side. Has some orange in there. And you can see that it's very buttery smooth. All right, now let's go into this metallic shade, and this little bit more bronzy. And let's swatch you there. Yeah, look at that. That is just beautiful. And I love bronze shades. And then let's go into this deep shade. And there you go. I would say this is a little bit more on the neutral side. It's not a cool brown. It's not a warm brown. I don't see any gray in it. I see, you know, some brown in there, like a very deep brown. Let me show you how I came up with this look. I first went in with that terracotta shade, and you can see that it just blended out really pretty, very effortlessly. Then I used a thick flat shader brush with a dark shade and just kind of packed that at the end. Used my finger for that beautiful bronze shade, and it's very smoothing. Does have some shine to it. I always like to use a small flat shader brush just to kind of get that shade in the crease, and then use the other side for that light shade. Place that in the inner corner and underneath my brows to highlight that area. And then for underneath my eyes, I use that terracotta shade and then that deep chocolate shade in the outer corner. And then for the top lash line, instead of my usual black eyeliner, I went in with Victoria Beckham's Eye Kajal in the shade Cocoa. So I lined the top lash line and then tight lined the upper lid. I then finished with the rest of my makeup, and here's the finished look. And what do you think, guys? I know these shades are pretty boring. We have, gosh, I don't know how many palettes we have that are similar in this color story. But I do like Victoria Beckham's formula. It's very buttery, very blendable. The shades do tend to be a little bit more darker. I noticed that with a lot of her palettes, but in this one there is a lighter shade, so you could probably use this all over your lid instead of this bronze shade. Maybe put this one in the outer corner and then line it with a deep cocoa brown. But yeah, most of her palettes do run a little bit deep, but for me and my skin tone and my liking, I do kind of like the deeper shades. And honestly, I do like this palette. Love the formula and do love the shades. And we do have these shades many times over in small palettes and big palettes. I do like the formula, and I also like that it comes very travel friendly. So I do like this palette, and let's go ahead and do some comparisons with the other Victoria Beckham palettes that I do have. This is the last one that she came out with, Bordeaux, and I love this palette. Oh my gosh, I love this palette as well, and this one I think is my second favorite. So let me put them close together side by side. Nothing similar, but I'll go ahead and swatch this brown shade, and let's put you here. And yeah, it's a little bit deeper and has a little bit of a red plummy undertone to it. And this one is olive, and we put it up against Cocoa, and yeah, not that much similar in that one. I can swatch this shade and see how that one would work. Yeah, this is more like my skin tone, so this one's very light. And then the last one is Victoria. Again, let me put it up next to Cocoa, and yeah, let me swatch these two shades. This one also may have a little bit of a redness to it, and it's a little bit more cool. One may look a little bit similar than the one in Bordeaux, but this one has a little bit more purple in there, the one in Victoria. And then let's go into the deep shade. And yeah, this one's a little bit more cool and has some gray undertones in there. So different than the one in Cocoa. Let me just look here. Yeah, this one's a lot more cooler than the one in Cocoa. So again, I do like Cocoa, and probably Bordeaux is probably still my favorite one. And then Cocoa, then Olive, and then Victoria. Victoria is a little bit more on the cooler side. And if you talk about dark, this one's really dark. Just need to go very light-handed with it. But Cocoa, yeah, this one's a beautiful color story. Very common, I know, but it's still beautiful, and it's what I like. And if you do order it from Victoria Beckham, it does come in this pouch with drawstring, and I already got it dirty. I can see that. But it's nice to travel. If it does get dirty, it's okay. Probably order some more things from Victoria Beckham. You get another one. And I did use a couple other things from Victoria Beckham. For the blush, I went in with mini skirt, and I love this blush. This is such a beautiful shade. Let me just swatch it for you. I always like to show other makeup products of the brand I'm highlighting. And the lipstick that I'm wearing is this one called Play. And I know it's a little bit deep. You could use this one with Bordeaux, but this is the lipstick that I'm wearing from Victoria Beckham. And everything else, I'll just list and link down below for you guys. But anywho, I hope you enjoyed this video of me trying the new eyeshadow palette from Victoria Beckham, Cocoa. And yes, it is common, but I just love these shades. And that bronze shade, yeah, very pretty. So if you liked this video and it was helpful, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. And you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.